Live well, win well. It's on point with Juandolyn Stokes on News and Talk, WAOK. The secret between us. The secret between us. Don't tell anybody. But there is a secret that's between us. I want to welcome some of the cast members and writer and producer behind The Secret Between Us. Tamara and Lisa are sharing with us today. How are you ladies doing?
Well, we're well. I am representing the movie.
Okay.
So we have Tamara Hill is my director and our writer. Lisa Arundel is one of the stars.
Yes.
She's our leading lady. And Michael Jai White, also a producer. And my name is Victoria Rowell. A lot of people may know me from Young and the Restless and Diagnosis Murder.
That's
and
right.
Dumb and Dumber and all kinds of things. But I am here also part of the cast of The Secret Between Us, and we are so excited about the premiere tonight at AMC Theaters.
Yes. We're excited about it, too. Now, you kind of get woven into the storyline.
Yes, indeed.
Here. Tell us about even your approach when you all were identifying your roles. How did you feel being a part of this and coming in the center of these family dynamics? Because there's so much happening here within this family.
Well, what drew me to the movie was this idea of what is family really.
Okay.
Because there are children, millions of children, born outside of marriages. And oftentimes, and this isn't a pass, but sometimes, especially in military, a father doesn't know that a child has even been born.
Yeah.
And so that's real. We know that through war.
That's right.
And I am a product of a child born to a military man.
Okay.
And went into foster care.
Wow.
So it drew me to that in and of itself, because the discussion is broad. It's not only that scenario, but also the reality of oftentimes, I shouldn't say oftentimes, but oftentimes, let's say, there are circumstances, and certainly it's been discussed numerous times, about perhaps a marriage has waned.
Yeah.
Perhaps things have happened. There have been affairs.
Right.
And this movie, The Secret Between Us, addresses how is this family going to approach, don't want to give too much away, but how is this fine family, pillars of society, how are they going to approach a situation when a family member, as it turns out, shows up at the door?
Yeah. And ladies, how does a family deal with the different dynamics of the relationships that are involved here? You know, the husband, wife, the women in the home, the nurse, all of these different roles.
Right.
How do you see those relationships evolving in this film?
Well, I'm not going to tell you too much. Again,
Not too much, just a little bit.
Trying to get it all the information here out on the waves. And by the way, the movie, The Secret Between Us, will be released at select AMC theaters Easter weekend, specifically starting April 3rd. I want to put that out there, but the premiere's tonight. It is interesting how the matriarch aspect of this movie is a driving force, because we watch Lisa Arundel, who is our leading lady in the movie, navigate this circumstance, and she articulates, because she finds the language as women often have to, and is resolute in, I am going to keep my family together, even though I've been blindsided by this adult child that has shown up at our door that I knew nothing about. That is my husband's son.
Yeah.
So they have a child within the marriage. So she is, as you can imagine, she represents a multitude of women out there who either determined to keep the marriage, whole.
Trying to keep it whole, yeah.
Or not, because some women walk away based on an affair.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Right, exactly.
But it's work. it's work, and we see the work. I play Nurse Maxine. I've been hired as an at-home private nurse, and I find the character is interesting because she is like oftentimes in the unlikeliness of a circumstance where someone never expected to be a mediator in a family matter.
Right.
I'm just coming to the cookout.
Yeah, just a nurse. I mean, come on here.
It's like somebody showing up for Thanksgiving dinner or a cookout, and you find yourself mediating a serious situation. So Nurse Maxine has levity, and she's funny, and of course, I love comedy. Having worked with Jim Carrey and Eddie Murphy and a lot of funny, Dick Van Dyke, of course, for 8 years. So I love the opportunity to practice comedy, but there is levity in drama. Oftentimes we have to find, the wiggle room between the rules. And that's what happens with Nurse Maxine. And she helps this family in her own special way. They have a coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah, and I think that's very interesting how they introduce and bring the nurse into the scene to actually help the family, which is something that sometimes you see and sometimes you really don't see.
Correct.
A lot of that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How would you see your role in it?
I will just say that they really have I would say the mother, played by Lisa.
Okay.
She has to be tenacious. Lisa couldn't be here today with us at the station, so I'm speaking for her. But she has to be tenacious, as I say. She articulates, because the mother is making the decision. As someone once famously said, the women always decide. So
that's right.
So the mother, the wife character, becomes the arbiter of how this family is going to stay together, and it's painful.
Yeah.
Bring your tissues, and the broader discussion they've had overwhelming. The public relations department of this movie has had overwhelming. How shall I say, response to this subject matter, because it opens
there's so many
door.
issues that you're dealing with. You're dealing with infidelity, betrayal, forgiveness, reconciliation.
Redemption.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes,
and it's dropping during Easter weekend on top of everything else. But it also opens up the door to, let's say, orphans of the living, children who are out there who, through no fault of their own, find themselves in a circumstance, whether it be foster care, which was my circumstance. And by the way, I'm going to just do a drop. May is National Foster Care Awareness Month coming up in May. We're in Women's History Month. And I want to also speak to the young mothers out there who work very hard, drop to GCAP, Jane Fonda's group that works with young mothers who work to hold on to their children. But sometimes that is not possible.
That's right.
And we have young mothers who have to give their children up for adoption.
That's right.
And that also is part of this conversation, because it's not just the dads. It can be the mom.
It can be the moms. It can be the moms. And a lot of times you have these dynamics in the families that sometimes families don't talk about, don't discuss. And so I think the secret between us, it just reveals so many things that are going on, within families today.
That's correct. And for all my Young and the Restless fans out there, you know that Drusilla and the brother-in-law played by Shamar Moore. There was a big question, and the wonderful Christophe St. John, who played my husband, but there was some controversy about some cough medicine, and is Lily Drew and Neil's child, or is that Drew and Malcolm's child?
Right.
So that, it's in storylines.
That's
the subject matter is in storylines, and so I was quite honored when our director-writer, Tamara Hill, invited me to participate. Of course, Michael Jai White stars in the movie, our leading man, also producer. And so when they asked me to come on board as a cast member, and I said I would love to, because this is a very juicy story And it also opens up to real life circumstance.
And I'm glad it's so fitting. And this time, like you said, Easter weekend, the themes of forgiveness, reconciliation, redemption, it all lines up.
Fellowship between women.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And sometimes people don't want to be found. Sometimes they do. And that
right.
comes out, in this, The Secret Between Us.
Yes.
Let our audience know again how they can catch it and this weekend.
Sure. So you can go onto the AMC link to get tickets in advance. We'll be at AMC Theaters, and it drops wide on April 3rd. So come on out Easter weekend. It's a family movie.
It's
a family movie.
That's right. Thanks a lot. Bring your popcorn and also some Kleenex and as well,
yes,
right?
Yes, and join me on Instagram at Victoria Rowell or Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn at Victoria Rowell. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Thank you for sharing. The Secret Between Us right here. It's On Point with Juandolyn Stokes, News and Talk, WAOK.